social media, I use it for my business. And the reason I use it for my business is because I know for a fact that what I'm doing in my business right now, this is what I've been called to do. My business is me. I'm an entrepreneur 100% of the time. And so, generally that's what I do. And my personality, I like to make sure I show my personality because that's me all the time. So again, I use it for our business all the time, okay? So if you use your social media to grow your business, very important that you plug into this. Now, one of the biggest mistakes that many entrepreneurs make is they only try to grow their social media, okay? They're only trying to build up their followers, and that is a big mistake. For me, I don't care about having followers on social media. I care about having qualified leads, okay? So I'm gonna show you guys a simple technique of what I do so that I can get more people to register for my event, so that I get more people to purchase or download my giveaways. But most of all, the important factor in this is I'm using it to build my database. Also, please note, for those of you who like to post on social media, that's great. If you have an event and you're posting your flyer, that's great. But you're going to find that a lot of people do not see your posts. So you must follow this technique to build up your database. So let's go ahead and get into this on my screen. And I am going to get rocking and rolling. So we are in Facebook. Let me pull up my Facebook account. I'm sorry, y'all. Got a lot going on right now. Okay, so we're going to pull up my Facebook and want you guys to be able to see this real quick. So I'm going to go on my personal profile. Let me close some of these tabs so you guys can, it looks like my Facebook is going to run a little slow. So hopefully it won't run too slow. Okay. All right. So on my personal page, the first thing that I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to go to my personal page, click on my name, so that it pulls up my personal profile, okay? And what I want to do is I want to show you where I go to connect with people. Now, before you get into this, if you're one of those people who have a maxed out account, I'm going to highly encourage you guys to go to this handy dandy little app called Friend Filter, okay? I'm going to open this up. Friendfilter.io, shout out to the young lady who showed me this, is a tool that allows you to remove people who are not plugging into your stuff. You're able to actually sync your list, sync engagement, and then unfriend people who are not active. So like if I go here to the inactive, you're going to see that I have more than 3,000 people. Only 422 are active. So that means on a good day, when I put a post on social media, only 400 people are going to actually probably see it. The rest of these 3,000 people, they're not going to see these details, okay? And also I'm able to check to see how many, times this person liked it, if they ever commented or shared a post. And at the end of the day, why do you want to be friends with people if they're not seeing any of your stuff or engaging in any of your stuff? For me, that is real estate, right? I need to open that real estate up so that I can have more land for the people who are looking for me. Okay. So, Friend Filter IO is such a great tool and I use it all the time. I do give people an opportunity, but granted, remember, most people are not even seeing your posts. So you have to be able to go into what we're going to show you today so that they can start seeing your stuff. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click right here on my personal profile to pull that up, and I'm going to go here to my friends. All right. Now, the first thing I like to do is, let's say I'm doing a physical event, right? I'm doing an event like in Houston, Texas. I can actually go here to the More tab, and I can click on current city. Now, you can see right here, I have 137 friends that happen to be in Houston, Texas. Another thing that Facebook will do is it'll put the people who are more engaged on your stuff higher up, right? So it'll put the people who are more engaged in your stuff a little bit higher up. And the people who are less engaged, it'll be further down. But I'm still going to message all of these people if I had an event in Houston. If you need to change this, then all you do is need to click on your name again, go right here to edit details. Let's say you're doing an event in, I don't know, let's say you're doing something in Miami, Florida, right? So I could go here to my current city and I can change my current city to Miami, Florida, right? Miami, Florida. Let's say I want to save that, and I'm going to only select only me so that everybody doesn't see the notification. Everybody think I moved to, Miami, and then I'm going to dismiss this so it does not post on my life event, okay? Now, if I go to my friends tab, okay, then I'm going to go here to more and go to current city, and you'll notice that it has changed to Miami, Florida. Well, I only have 11 friends in Miami, Florida. Now, would that make sense to actually do an event in Miami? Possibly not. But if I needed to build up my friends, like let's say, when I was in network marketing and I was doing an event like in Fort Lauderdale or Miami, if I knew that I didn't have a lot of people in Miami on my friends list, I already knew that I was going to use Friend Filter to start, removing some people who were not engaged. And then I can go to something like Miami Business. Let me do a search for Miami Business, and I can find some groups. Right. So you see, I can go to groups and look up for Miami startups. Maybe my target audience is entrepreneurs. This group has 120 posts per day. So I know this is probably a fairly large group. Miami startups, advertiser, South business. Now, when I go into these groups, I'm not going to go into these groups with the intention of just only posting, which a lot of us do. We go join these different groups and we think if we post in the groups, it's going to get us leads. It's not. What I'm going to do is when I request to join this particular group, I am going to also engage with the people who are communicating, right? So I see that a lot of people are like posting stuff for sale. But like I'll go and look to see, if there's different events coming up and see who's actually commenting. I don't know if this would be the perfect group for me because this looks like it's only really a selling group. And so I imagine that this probably does not get a lot of engagement. And so I don't know if I would definitely use this, right? So then I might go to the Miami startups because what I'm looking for is a group that has engagement, right? I'm looking for a group of people that are communicating, that are talking to each other, right? So that I can start befriending them. So I'll go into these different groups and find out, who's commenting on these posts. So some of these, though, I probably can't see it because I have to actually join it. But I would go on these, and if I'm a member of it, of course, I can see who comments and posts. Let me give you an example. So there's this group that I'm in, Black Business Women. Now, Black Business Women Network is a great group, but if you're looking for a specific target area, it's all Black women in business all over the United States and possibly world. So we're not able to see everybody, right? So anyways, if we go here, you can see like this, I want to support one of your businesses, Melinda, and then these people that are commenting. These might be great people that I can actually add to my friends list, just pretending like we were in a Miami group, right? But if you want to add just an overall group of people, you can also go to some of these groups and add them. So my intention is to add brand new friends. Now, if you don't have a problem with people requesting you as friends, then you could just go to the people who are requesting you. Because right here, you see, if I go to my friend request, I have several people who are requesting me as friends. I have more than 794 people that are requesting me. And what's funny is as soon as I start removing and adding new people, trust me, like this number never goes down. Like I always try to get it to go down, and it never goes down because more people start requesting me. Because when you start accepting new friends, people start to see all those notifications, etc., etc., etc. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and accept some of these people. Now, to be honest, I don't accept every single person that requests me. I also don't accept, no offense, every single man, because sometimes the men, if they don't look like they're an entrepreneur, a lot of times I have challenges. And this is your own discretion. Do I work with men? Yes, I do work with men, but also I'm not here for personal reasons. I'm here for business. So I'm very selective on that. I don't accept people who don't have pictures or any of that as well. So I'm gonna just show you like who I might accept. I might not accept these people, no offense. I just ain't gonna do it. I'll just listen. Now, MD, maybe so. That looks good. I don't accept people that have fake pictures of themselves, so I don't do that. Anyways, okay, here we go. Looks like he could possibly be an entrepreneur. But I do it really quick. I go through this really quick, and I accept who I want. And most of my target audience tends to be women between a specific age that earn a specific income. He looked like he trying to model. I don't know. I don't really know. So, again, this is what I do, right? So I go through here, especially if there are men that have a lot of connections with me, then they're probably 9 times out of 10 entrepreneurs. So I'll accept them. But if it doesn't really have names and stuff, I'm not going to do all of that. So this is how I'll go through it. So I'm going to accept, let's just say, I don't know how many of I've accepted so far. But I've accepted a few, okay? And so I'm going to go here to my page again and go to friends, right? And so what you can do is you can go to friends and then you can go to recently added, right? So recently added. Now you can see all the people that I've recently added are here, okay? And then what I'm going to do is, now Sarita has already been a part of my following for a while, so I'm probably not going to message her, but I'm going to start off with my first, because she's on my email list already. I know that for a fact. So I'm going to go with Lisa Farrell. So what I'm going to say is, hello, Lisa. Thank you so much for being my new Facebook friend. How are you doing today? Now, my intention of sending this message, you guys, is to get them to respond. Some people are going to leave you on read, okay? They'll see what you said and they're not going to say anything, and that's fine, okay? My goal is to get the people that want to respond, because I have, let's say I have an event coming up, or I have, my book or whatever, that I'm trying to promote, something like that, right? So now this person, I had already sent them a message, but this was back in 2019. So I'm going to send it to them again. Because what will happen is when you're using friend filter, you will unfriend some people and they'll say, oh man, I didn't know that I was unfriended. And they're not going to be in their feelings and they're going to request you again. And you're going to send them another message, because my intention, again, is to get people to respond. Okay. So I'm going to send a couple of these messages. What I would typically do is I would take 30 minutes in the morning and send out these messages, right? So 30 minutes in the morning, I'm going to send out these messages to people and my goal is to send about 20 to 30 messages. So you see how one popped up already? I also try not to get caught up with all the responses, because you're going to start getting a lot of responses, right? So I will just try to send a certain number first, and then I'll go in and respond to the responses. Okay, so let me just send about maybe, I'll send about maybe 4 more. I try to send about 40 per day. Okay. Now, if you get a notification that Facebook says it looks like you're sending the same message, then you take a little break, okay? You take a little break and you can respond back to the people who already hit you back, and then you can go back. But 40 a day, my intention is to get anywhere between 5 to 10 new people subscribed or plugged in, however it's going to be, right? Okay, so anyways, let me do 2 more. This person looks familiar. He looks familiar. Okay, all right. So, and then 1 more. All right. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to go to my inbox and I'm going to click on see all in Messenger. Okay. See all in Messenger, because now I want to see all the inbox messages where people have replied back. Okay. And then what you can also do is you can do something where you can go to, let's see. Oh, you can't do that, but you will just have to go through each one. So now, you'll see, because there used to be a one would say like all inbox messages, right? So you can't really see that. Oh, unread chats. Here we go. Unread chats. So now I can go here and I don't have to look at the ones who have not responded yet. So he said, wonderful in yourself. So this is perfect, right? May God bless you richly, right? So my intention is to get them to ask me, how are you doing back, right? How are you doing back? Because if they don't ask me how I'm doing back, no problem. We just going to keep it moving, right? So how are you doing back? I'm going to say this. I am doing awesome. Now I have an event that's coming up, the Profits Conference, right? So let's say that I want to get people to register for the Profits Conference, right? In fact, just preparing for my virtual conference, the Profits Conference, okay? I'm going to show you different responses and stuff too. Have you heard of it? Right? And so I'll do something like that. I'm going to comment and I'm going to post that in, right? So Danielle says, I'm doing good under the weather. How are under these circumstances? And I'm going to say, I'm doing awesome. And I will say, thank you for asking. Right? And I'll say, for her, because she says under the total, the circumstance, I'm going to say, I totally understand. Right? Understand. You just maybe add that little bit in so you can kind of acknowledge that she said that. So this person said, great. Okay, no problem. Now, this is somebody that I was messaging yesterday. I said, hi, Latria. Thanks for the new friend request. How are you doing today? Good evening. I'm good. And you? I'm doing amazing. In fact, getting ready for the virtual Profits Conference. Have you heard of it? I sent this yesterday. She said, no, I have not. And so it's a free conference coming up. We're doing daily giveaways. Would you like details to join us? She said, sure. Okay, go to www.thevirtualprofitsconference.com and make sure to check your email. We are giving away goodies just for registering. Okay, and so boom, I just sent her that, right? And so here, look, Danielle, she just replied back as well. So she said, no, she didn't. So look, I'm going to copy this. And Danielle says, no. And I'm saying, oh, I just copied and pasted. Okay. So here we go. Here's another person, Leticia. She says, hey, Taria, I'm doing well, sis, and you. So I'm going to say, now, normally what I try to do is I try to post all of my responses to the side so that I can know, exactly, like I can just copy and paste, right? So that I don't have, a whole lot of different responses. So I'm going to go here now, because you notice when you have only the ones that are on red, it's a little bit difficult. But look, I can go here to Brittany and say, she put sure, and I could say, I'm doing amazing. But let me make sure with Brittany, she said, sure, it's a free virtual event. I'll say, just go to www.thevirtual. Oh, I just lost that other message. .com to register, and make sure to check your email so that you get your free goodie, right? So boom. Okay. So now the person that I just met, let me do all chats, because one of them, she said no, and I need to comment back. So that's why you want to make sure, no. I can't find it. That's why I like to have all of my messages to the side so that I can know exactly what to put. So what I'll just show you guys is you could do something like a notepad and just copy and paste, right? So let me just show you that. I'll copy these and create a new little pad here. And I'll say, thanks for being my friend request. Place that here. Then I have, I'm doing amazing. I'll paste this here. And then doing a free virtual event, and do that here. And then do this, just go to the virtual, and do here, okay? So anyways, a lot of times when people always ask me, did you get my message? Did you get my message? A lot of times I don't, because as you can see, I do a lot of personal messages every single day. So of course people get kind of lost in the sauce. And thank you for I'm doing fine. What about yourself? Now a lot of times I don't like when men do that and call me hey pretty and stuff, but I'll just go straight into it. Let me just copy and paste this one. Doing amazing, and paste. Okay, so look, Danielle, she said yes ma'am. She said thank you. And so anyway, so let's keep it moving. Be careful. I was on your call Sunday. Awesome. So these are all other previous messages. Can I still apply to do the sales? This is some other stuff. Okay. So again, as I was telling you, like I always have tons and tons and tons. I mean, literally y'all, I can scroll down. I got messages from, this is why I always tell people like, please email me because my inbox, I'm always in my inbox sending out messages. But as you guys can see, this is a real simple way that you can do it. See, he said no. So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste this. All right. And it's real simple, y'all. So imagine if you did this every single day, right? You did this every single day and you set a goal of getting 5 to 10 people to actually subscribe. By the end of the month, you would have anywhere between 150 to 300 people. Now, you can use the same technique. It doesn't have to be for an event. Let's just say that it was for, you have a free ebook, which is a hook item. These are one of the things that I actually teach all of my clients to have. I teach that, even if you don't have an event, you should always have something that you can promote and get people to subscribe to your email database, also known as a CRM. So if I'm not doing like an event coming up, I'll just say something like, I'll say, thanks so much for the friend request. How are you doing today? They say, I'm doing great. How are you? I say, I'm doing amazing. And it's always something positive. I'm doing amazing. I'm doing awesome. Like, don't just be, I'm getting bad. Be excited. Okay. I'm doing amazing. In fact, I just released my brand new ebook. Would you like a free copy? Like, I'll get straight into it like that. And then they'll say, well, what is it about? And then you can say, it's the 7 tips to da-da-da-da-da. Now, your ebook is going to be short, 5 to 10 pages. But again, your purpose is to get them to your database. The biggest mistake we think is having friends is going to get us to the promised land. No. Having followers is going to get us to the promised land. No. Having connections is going to get us to the promised land. No. I know a lot of people with millions of followers and have no money. And so the key is building up your database. So even when I'm having people register for this, they're registering on an Eventbrite event page at the end of the event. And even as of right now, I can export all of those contacts because I'm asking for their name, their email, their phone number. I can export all of them and add them to my CRM. I can add them to my text messaging service so that I can also remind them about the events. This is a great way to be able to build your database, to build your list without having to spend a lot of money. And let me tell you something, guys. See, a lot of times I don't also get hung up on if I missed one or two people, because as you can see, I'm literally building my database with tons of people. Another thing that's going to happen that you're going to start seeing is that a lot of different people may stop popping up on your timeline, because if those people are communicating with you, the next thing they're going to probably do is go look at your timeline. They're going to engage at your timeline. They're going to connect with you on your timeline. They're going to see people posting and commenting on your timeline, so they're going to connect with you. Some of you are probably following this training right now because I did that with you. I messaged you, I slid up in your DMs, and I connected with you, okay? Also, it does not need to be long. Another thing that a lot of people do is they send these long dissertations. Don't do that. Also, please don't try to just skip all the way ahead. Like, soon as somebody requests you, don't go straight into the thanks for the request. Do you want to come to my conference? No. You got to kind of lead it into there, because the worst thing that you want to be is kind of come off as, like really aggressive. And a lot of people, especially in the network marketing industry, which, that's the industry I come from. A lot of people in the industry, that's what they do. Like, I requested somebody yesterday and I said, hey, thanks for the request. How you doing today? She was like, well, I'm doing great. How are you? And then she proceeded to send me, here's my website for my company. Check out this video. And I did not ask for all of that. You got to let people say, yeah, I want to know more information. If they don't want to know about it, no problem. If they leave you on red, no problem. If they are just like, I just wanted to request you to follow you, no problem. Then what you do is down the line, every couple of months, you go to friend filter and just remove anybody who has not been active on your page. Hopefully, guys, this has helped you. This technique has allowed me to be able to build my database to thousands. In fact, as of the recording of this, what is today? It's now April the 9th. I cleaned my entire database in January. In January, I completely wiped out my database. I only left like a few hundred. I'm now back to about 4,000 to 5,000 people on my database. And this is what I do every year. I scrape it clean for the people who are not active, because there's no need. When you have a CRM, you actually have to pay for those people on your list. And so there's no need of having a list of 20,000 people where only 1,000 people really want the information. And that's what I do with my social media. If I could be able to scrape people on my Instagram, like literally if there was a software that would allow me to remove the people who are not engaged, I would do that too. But right now they have not created it. I literally only want the people who are assigned to me to follow me. Like, for real. I'm not really emotional about the number of likes and the follows and stuff. I'm emotional about when people get results. So if you follow those techniques, I promise you guys it's going to work. Again, it's about being real simple, straight to the point. How you doing? I'm doing great. Would you like, I just came out with my new ebook. Would you like a copy? I'm excited. I'm preparing for a conference. Would you like a ticket? Now, if it's for a paid event, generally for paid events, it's not as easy to get someone to just go buy something, right? Especially if they just requested you. So in those situations, I would recommend getting them to subscribe to your ebook, and then through your email, right, your database, that's where you actually sell. You provide value, you provide trainings, things like that. Like this particular training that I'm providing to you guys, you provide value, and then you offer them an opportunity to purchase a ticket to your event, or purchase your book, or purchase your program or services. But y'all, this works like a charm. I'm sorry. I know there's a lot of automation tools out there. Listen, this right here is amazing. You sending out these messages. We're talking about spending 30 minutes to an hour, building your database to 150 people to 300 people. If 10% of those people that subscribe to you, only 10%, that's 15 to 30 new clients that might be spending anywhere between $4.97 to $9.97 to $29.97 if you know how to actually pull people through your funnel. Now, that's a whole nother training in its own, but I hope you guys did enjoy this. All right. So if you did enjoy this, please make sure, guys, turn on my notifications. If you're watching on Facebook, you don't want to miss these notifications when we go live. Also on YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, and please give this a thumbs up. Please give this a thumbs up. And also share this video. Facebook, you can share. YouTube, you can share. Periscope, you can share, aka Twitter. You can share this video to other people who need this information. Finally, if you are an author or a future author, if you're an entrepreneur, speaker, or a coach, I believe every business owner should be an author. I have my program called the Book Profits Club. If you want to learn different ways that promote your book, your future book, and things of that nature, I highly recommend that you join us by simply going to enroll.bookprofitsclub.com. or you don't have to, but it's a definitely great place to be. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this training. We also have our Urban CEO Academy for additional things. For those of you who try to figure out what to do, right? You definitely want to join Urban CEO Academy, all right? With that said, my name is Taria Vision Avant. Again, thank you for being here. And hold on, let me make sure I get my video right here so we can get our outro. I'm going to holler at y'all on the next video. Deuces.